Hey guys, it's Lainey. Welcome back. This is Crafted by Lucas. I am creating with Rachel for this video. We are doing another creative collab, and we've done this a few times on our channels. I will link the other videos down below for you. This video is a little different because this is paper crafts instead of vinyl crafts, which is what we've done in the past. So we sent each other a card, and how beautiful is this? I love the splatter with a gold detail. I love that she incorporated gray for some of the leaves, and I love these bright orange flowers. Just more of a non-traditional color palette for the floral arrangement there because of the gray, and I just love it. The whole thing is gold embossed as well. So what I decided to do was to take this color palette and some florals and bring a card together with this as the inspiration. So here are the colors that I pulled. I've already cut this down to size because I had to run it through my Spellbinders Platinum 6. But I also have Sprout, Watermelon, and Creamsickle. And we are going to start off with, I guess I'm going to show you the card. We are going to be creating an A2 size card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is 110 pound cardstock. We're going to layer this on top of each other and then bring in some florals with these other colors along with white, and I pulled some gold as well. I am going to be using the Be Bold Blooms from Spellbinders, and it's got different flowers on here, you know, varying in size. I'm going to use the mid-size flower, I would say. So I'm going to incorporate these 3 pieces here, and then the leaves. So let's move those aside. And also for the arch dies, this is just an inexpensive set from Amazon. They are attached together, so you need snippet tools to break them apart, but I will link these down below. I've been using them for about a year now, and they've worked great, and they're really cheap. So what I'm thinking is our flowers in white, the middle detail of the flower in watermelon, and then of course the leaves in Sprout. So I'm just going to trim my cardstock down to size so it will fit through my mini die cutting machine here. And I'm just going to cut these out several times until I feel like I have enough to kind of create a floral design on this piece of cardstock here. So I have all the pieces cut out, and I poked out all the little inner pieces for the center of the flowers. Zoom it in a little bit more so y'all can see that. So what I'm going to do is layer these 2 colors on top of each other. That's the center of the flower, and obviously the flower is white. So I need to glue all of these little pieces together and then figure out kind of an arrangement of how the flowers and leaves will go. Well, goodness sakes, I just made a mess with that. Lots of glue there. I'm going to grab my tweezers, and I'm just going to apply a little glue to this piece here and kind of going around those little cutouts. Line it up. So right before I started recording this card, I was making a card, and I loved it so much I decided to use it as inspiration for the direction I'm going with this collab card, right? So I'm going to bring it in and show you guys. So our panel's a little different, but we're still using the arch, but I love how this turned out. So I had to recreate it in some way so y'all could see it. I'm definitely going to share this on Instagram, so be sure to follow me on Instagram. I'll link it down below in the description box so y'all can follow me over there where I post what I create, because some things just don't come on to the YouTube channel. But that's kind of the direction I'm going in with the flowers, and we'll just, you know, place it on this colorful arch here. So we're using the Creamsickle instead of that blue. And that's kind of the direction that I'm going in. So hopefully this turns out and it's not a complete dud and I have to just redo everything. I think it's going to look cute though. My only concern is the Creamsickle is kind of bright. So I kind of went back and forth on should I have used the Creamsickle for the center of the flowers instead of this pink color, this watermelon. But let's kind of piece this together here. Place these in a realistic position. Oh yeah, that is going to be so cute. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to continue to glue all of these together. Oh, and this floral arrangement with these little flowers, or I guess using these little flowers multiple times, this is also inspired by the Stamp Market. I follow them on well, I don't know if I follow them on Pinterest. I just see a lot of their cards on Pinterest, and I love everything that I see. They've got very similar colors to Concord and Ninth, but they use, you know, beautiful bright colors and then lots of whites. And yeah, so I saw a couple cards like that on Pinterest just to give you guys a little more of an idea of where my headspace is at when I'm kind of thinking about bringing the stuff together. I saw a similar card from Stamp Market. And then the colors for this card is inspired by Rachel's card. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up and put some music on again while I get all these glued together. Alrighty, so we've got all of those glued. So now I need to zoom out here and bring in my card base. Go ahead and magnetize that down. I'm going to zoom out. And now let's go ahead and just attach this panel to the card base. I want to build this up. I am using foam tape from Dollar Tree. I love this stuff because it comes in a 3-pack with 3 different sizes, and the thinner one, which is this one, is perfect for manipulating, just as you saw there. Love it. So I'm going to bring in my non-stick scissors and trim this down and then finish getting this taped up so we have some nice dimension. Okay, now I'm going to bring in the thicker one and line this up in the center here. This would actually be a really nice shaker card with maybe like a colorful background and then a simple fill that doesn't have much color, just kind of like something like iridescent, clear and iridescent. And then have the flowers on top. That would be really cute. Okay, so let's peel off the backers here and make this permanent. And then I'm going to align the flowers, but I'm not going to glue them down. I want to kind of get a visual for the flowers and then bring in a sentiment. Because when I was making this card before, I have the sentiment kind of layered on the flowers, and I don't know if I want to do that again. I think I want to try to be a little more intentional about placement in regards to the flowers and the sentiment element. Okay, so making sure that that is straight. Alrighty, so pretty. And now I'm going to bring this over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I counted 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so 8 flowers, and each flower has a leaf. I did leave some of the circles in and then some of them out. I definitely like this look more, so I repeated that. And I'm just going to place this over as a kind of like a guide of flower placement. And I have I want some of the flowers to be hanging off of the panel and interacting with the card base, but that's not what I was going to say. I brought in short and sweet dies from Concord and Night. There's a bunch here, so I'll probably use one of these and bring in the gold for that. But for this little card, the card that I made before, it's got thanks. I want to go with something different for this one so I can use it for a different occasion. So we'll consider that as well. And if I need more flowers, I can cut more out. If I ended up just feeling like I need a little more, we can do that as well. So we can just do a simple hello, because the other one is thanks. But I'm kind of thinking, let's try congrats. And it does have a shadow layer. I don't think we're going to use that. So let me go ahead and cut this out real quick. I'm going to cut it out in the gold here. And we'll see how this looks. Because I'm not sure if this gold is really going to be able to pop on top of this creamsicle. We might have to go with a glitter instead, or even white. It is almost too matchy-matchy, because this light blue here just allows all the colors to pop. So I'm just not really feeling the gold. Like, I don't really like that this is in gold. So I'm kind of contemplating that. But let me think. Let me cut it out in white and see what that looks like. That might help me finalize some decisions. So I'm going to cut this out real quick once again. Okay, so I have it in white now. Let me move the gold one over. Maybe we could layer them and kind of stagger it a bit. How would that look? Let's try the white in the back. I think that'll look better. We'll see. So that's with the congrats layered a bit. Okay, I'm going to try something else. I'm going to cut it out in a glitter gold, and let's see if this texture helps break up the colors a bit, so this kind of stands out a little bit more. So fingers crossed. And I don't know, like, the embellishments really transformed the other card, so maybe that's what I need to think about next. Maybe it's not all about the perfect color for the sentiment. Maybe we need a little embellishment to really make this stuff pop. That might be it. So I was kind of having it right justified a bit before. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Let's try to center it and see. So what do we think about that? That's really cute. So what do we think? I think I'm going to go with it. I think the glitter is the right choice because it's textured and it breaks up too much of the tone on tone with this foiled gold. So what I want to do is cut out the congrats a couple more times in white so I can build this up. And then I think we'll make this permanent. So I built up the congrats. I cut the congrats out of 80-pound cardstock in white 3 times. And then we've got the gold glitter on top. So 4 layers of paper, 3 of 80-pound cardstock. And I love how this is looking. Loving the colors. Thank you, Rachel. Because I would not have created with this Creamsickle if it wasn't for her card. Obviously, because my go-to was originally that light blue. And I love how this is so much more bright and perfect for moving into the spring season with all the pretty flowers that are going to start blooming soon. So just let's getting this pressed down real quick. And then we need to work on the flowers and the leaves. So I'm going to start with the leaves and get these placed down, I think. And then, for the most part, and then come in with the flower on top just to try to keep this placement. So for this card, I'm also using things that I have not used in my collection, which is what I've been working towards. Bringing this back in, the Be Bold Blooms. And I love how I'm using it so much differently. I will probably bring an arrangement of sorts to the channel in the future. So you've got this beautiful arrangement here, so many different options, but then just taking one flower and leaf from this set and completely transforming the whole idea behind this die set here. I really love that. Okay, so all of those are glued down. So let me, oh, no, this one is not. So I'm going to grab the leaf here and apply glue underneath where my tweezers were holding. So I know that that needs to be stuck down, and then this part of the leaf exposed. All right, last flower here to glue down, just holding that down for a second. So cute. I've been saying that way too much, by the way. I've caught it on editing. I'm gonna have to work on that. So these are from Spellbinders. I think they're Aurora. I'm gonna take the smaller ones, and these are, sometimes they'll have like 2 or 3 of them stuck together. So let's just kind of play with these here, just where they seem to fit. The embellishments, hands down, transform this card. It adds a different color element and texture and dimension. I have them, you'll see it once I glue them down and stand it up. I am having the flat portion, I'm going to glue the flat portion of the sequin directly to the card base, so it's kind of like angled like a bowl. You'll see here in a moment. You can go ahead and make these permanent here, which is really nice as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 embellishments. I feel like we need, I think it'll be too much if we had one there. I don't know, maybe we need to shift this one. Well, I can't. It's going to mess it up. Let me bring in one more here and see. Okay. All right, guys. So I think this is it. I think this is the finished card. Perfect for going into the spring season after winter. Look at these sequins, how you can see how they're raised. They're like a little bowl. So the flat portion of the sequin disc is glued down. I love this. So a little bit of Concord and Night, Spellbinders, Rachel, and the Stamp Market. All of those elements brought together this card, and or these cards, I guess. I love it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next card or craft. Bye, everyone.